Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, I'm going to tell you about a new discovery that I found out by another major company. They're kin to another major company. Back in the day, how it got started. It's just amazing how these older knife companies were somehow related or intertwined. It's just amazing. But the knife company I'm talking about, guys, is Ka-Bar. And we're also going to be, speaking of the Ka-Bar company, we're going to go over the history of it. I'm going to let you know who they're kin to or intertwined with when they got started. But we're going to be cleaning up this folding hunter right here, okay? It's going to be another Knife Doctor quick fix. But just look at the blade, just full blades. And I'll let you know when this knife was possibly made. But look at the spring here. It's coming out the back. That's a good telltale sign that it's going to have snap. So once I get it cleaned up, but this one definitely has snap. But again, we're going to be taking the shield off of this knife. I think this was sent in by Mr. Drew Barker from Gibsonville, North Carolina. Let me know, Drew, if it was you. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. But we're going to be getting this shield off of here and putting it on this knife and just cleaning this one up. Then also, we have a Ka-Bar, Ole, New York, USA, 3000 model. Lock blade, pocket clip, thumb stud, but it's got a broke tip. We're going to be making a new tip and give it a new edge. Cannot wait to get this done because this is a good little EDC here. So we're going to be doing all that, guys, over at the other knife shop. Then we're going to come back over here and go over the history of Ka-Bar. But we're fixing to look at these up close before I get started over there. So I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in today. And I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, guys, here are the knives. This is the parts knives that I think Mr. Drew Barker sent in. We're going to be popping that shield off right there. And we're going to be putting it right there. We got to clean out that little... We're going to be cleaning up the handles real good. But this actually is a Ka-Bar 1184 USA made. And once I get it cleaned up, we'll go over the history, and I'll let you know about what time this was made. But you can see it just needs to be cleaned, guys. That blade's got great snap. This blade, hope to get some snap back, really do. But it's a good sign always when you see that spring come out the back. So cannot wait. And this one here, of course, has a broke blade. We're going to be coming up from the bottom up a little bit. We're going to try to make that little tip right there the new tip. We're going to be coming, we got to come way down, mainly because the thicker the higher the blade, the thicker the tip will be. I want it to be about right in here somewhere, so we're going to come way down. But it's going to look good. We're going to come from the, once we get that down to there, the middle there, we're going to be coming up and giving it a new edge. It's going to look good. It's going to look good. I can already see it. Can already see it. And you'll be able to see right there, you'll still be able to see the knife go all the way back to here. So it's going to not look so bad. Not look so bad. Cannot wait. But again, it's got the pocket clip, thumb stud, and it's made right here in the USA. Ain't that cool? Remember, guys, by saving time, I'm just going to go ahead and get these knives cleaned up right now. Okay, guys, here it is. That was quick, wasn't it? Look at the bolsters. Back springs. The handles turned out good. I even toasted the lines in there. I could get a mirror finish on them bolsters, but I'm not going to do all that. I gave the blades nice new edges right there. It's got the good old carbon steel. It's sharp as a razor. And look here. It's got a little bit of snap. That's about as best as it's going to get, guys. But now this one here has got good snap. Very good snap. See the new edge? There's the shield. Not too happy with the shield the way it turned out, guys. It's just I had to make the hole a little bit bigger for it to fit, but it don't look too bad. Don't look too bad at all. But it turned out good. That is 1184 Ka-Bar. Awesome. Now this is the 3000 here. There's that new tip. Not too bad. Looks good. lock blade, thumb stud. But I'm satisfied with that tip right there. Nice new edge. It needs to be honed in some. Very cool, ain't it? This is a good little EDC knife. It's a little small, but it's a nice drop point now. It really is. Nice edge. Well, that's the cleanup, guys. You'll be able to see some of my cleanup on the outro, okay? Now we're fixing to look at the history of Ka-Bar. And guys, this is a heck of a story. I could not believe it when I was reading it. Look here. Ka-Bar Cutlery Company. In 1898, a small cutlery firm in Titterwit, Pennsylvania begins turning out pocket knives under the name Titterwit Cutlery Company. The company struggles for 2 years in a competitive marketplace and is dissolved in 1900. Not far from Titterwit in Little Valley, New York, a grandson of Job R. Case. So this is the son of Theresa Case, which is W.R. Case's sister, okay? And this is their son, Wallace R. Brown. The guy that started Coloragus, his name is John Brown. He's got a funny last name. Let's look it up. His name was John Brown Francis Champlin, and he married Theresa Case. Right there, see? Theresa Case. It was the sister of W.R., Jean, John, and Andrew Case, which was all sons and daughters of Job Case. So, you got Wallace R. Brown Case. He's the founder of Ka-Bar. Ain't that awesome? But anyway, not far from Titterwit, Little Valley, New York, a grandson of Job R. Case by the name of Wallace R. Brown founds a razor jobbing operation in 1899. He names the firm the Union Razor Company, and a successful start leads Brown to expand the business. In January 1902, Brown purchases the Titterwit Cutlery Company assets and begins manufacturing knives and razors there under the Union Razor name. How about that? The company's name was changed to Union Cutlery Company on January 15, 1909, a reflection of the company's ever-increasing emphasis on knives. Soon thereafter, the nearby town of Olean, New York, offered Union Cutlery several enticements to relocate its factory there, and in 1911, the factory was relocated to Olean. The knives made at that time were stamped Union Cutlery Company, Olean, New York. Union was soon making an extensive line of pocket knives and fixed blade knives bearing such stampings as Old Cut, Keenwell, Viking, John Jay, and by 1923 another trademark that became popular on their large folding hunter patterns, Ka-Bar. How about that? And this is the story how they got Ka-Bar. According to legend, the last trademark name from a testimonial letter. It was written by an old trapper whose life had allegedly been saved in a bear fight by a well-made Union Cutlery Company knife. Due to the lack of education, the written account of how he had been able to kill a bear was shortened and appeared as Ka-Bar. Kill a bear. How about that? A trademark was born, and the Ka-Bar name soon became more popular than the Union Cutlery name stamping. How about that? Is that not awesome or what, y'all? Very, very cool. I just want to get this thing fixed up today. It turned out good. I'm going to find me a sheath for it. And it is got a good edge on it, guys. And both blades has snap. There it is. The 1184 Folding Hunter. And the pocket clip knife, Ka-Bar, Olean, New York, USA, number 3000, model 3000. It's able to be used again. That blade was broke way up there, but you know what? It looks good, just like that. You really couldn't tell the thing was broke. The way that edge and that point, ain't that awesome? Very cool. Hoorah. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I just love the history, guys. How about that? We had the grandson of Job Case, Wallace Brown, the son of Teresa and John Brown Champlin. The Champlin started Cattaraugus. Their son created Ka-Bar as we know it today. Ain't that awesome? It's just amazing how these companies are kin or intertwined. It's just so cool, so cool. It really is. But guys, I'm very pleased with that. I wish the shield would have turned out a little bit better, but it looks good. It really does. And there it is right there. And now I'm going to get me a sheath for it. But it's a beautiful folding hunter is what it is. Hoorah. Well, guys, I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in today. I want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. Until we meet again, guys, y'all be like a good knife. Stay sharp.
I'm the knife doctor on that road, saving old blades, so many stories told. USA made, fixing those springs, handles repaired, they shine and they sing. Three markets, pawn shops, antique stores, searching for treasure, always room for more. With Wade and Eric, Lamar and Glenn, we talk and trade where the stories never end. From rusty tanks to polished gleams, we bring them back, fulfill their dreams. Latest forged in the heartland, USA pride, we're the knife doctors, can't be denied.